Okay, so everybody, we're going to do our right hide show with our quick images. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Looking up here, because it will be very fast, all right? So I want you to look carefully. I'm going to show you a quick image, and then I'm going to hide it again. You have to write the amount of blue counters on your mini whiteboard, and afterwards then I'll get you to explain your answer. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready, set, go. Answers only on the board. Answers only. Write it, hide it. Write it, hide it upside down. How many did you see? And hide it, Ryan. Okay. Everybody ready to hide it? Okay. Heindal trita spondum. If you have this answer, put your board down. Everybody thinks it's that answer, do they? Can anybody give me a proof? What do I say usually? I don't believe you. Prove it. So who can prove it to me? Grace, what's your proof? What did you see?
Full counters.
Full counters. Very good. And the counters are sitting in a what? What's the thing they're sitting in?
10 frames.
Very good. And when all the 10 frame is filled, it was full, you said. How many is that? 10. So Grace says it was 10 because it was full. Hands up who agrees with Grace. Hands up who used that thinking. Okay, hands down. Who can think of a different way to prove that it was 10? Connor.
There was 5 groups of 2s.
You saw 5 groups of 2s. Very good. That's another way to prove that it's 10. Who's got another way to prove that it was 10?
And I saw 5 and 5.
So you saw 5 on the
Top.
and then
5 on the bottom.
very good. And 5 is
10.
very good. Tommy, have you another reason?
Yeah, I saw 10 ones.
You saw 10 ones. Very good. Can I ask, how many spaces did you see that time? How many spaces did you see? You saw 1 space? 1 empty space? Who agrees? Saw 1 empty space? How many spaces did you see, Evelyn?
0.
0 spaces. No spaces. Who agrees with Evelyn? Hands up. Let's have a look for the spaces. Are you ready to look for the spaces? Watch. Tommy looking up. Jan, ready, steady, go. How many spaces was there?
0.
0. And if there's 0 spaces, how many blue counters must be in the 10 frame? 10. Excellent. Are you ready? Clear off your boards. Here comes the next one. Ready? Steady. Go. Okay. Clear your board. Get ready to write the new answer. Hide it. Write it and then hide it. Heindal trita spondum, show me. If you have this answer, put your board down. Ooh, no other answer. Who can prove it? Who can prove it? Sophia, what did you see?
Because there was 5 spaces and 5 more.
So how many were filled? How many counters did you see? 5. And how many spaces did you see? 5. And where were the counters? Were they... What part of the 10 frame were they in?
At the bottom.
They were on the bottom row. They were at the bottom row. So what was at the top, Sophia?
5 spaces.
5 spaces. So nothing at the top, 5 at the bottom. That's a really good proof. Who else saw the same as Sophia?
5.
Who saw something different? Who saw it a different way? Connor, what way did you see it?
I saw it up a group of 3 and a group of 2 on the bottom.
Oh, very good. So you saw a group of 3 and then a group of 2. And what's a group of 3 and a group of 2, Connor?
5.
Very good. Will we check? Will we check if we're right?
Yeah.
So Connor said he saw a group of 3. Can you see a group of 3?
No. Yes.
Very good. There's the group of 3. Is that the 3 you saw, Connor?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And he said he also saw a group of 2. Can you see the group of 2 Connor saw?
Yes.
Very good. And what's 3 and 2?
5.
So how many counters on the bottom row?
9.
How many on the bottom row?
5.
How many on the top row?
None.
What's the maths word for none?
0.
Excellent. Okay, are you ready? Ready? Clear the boards. Ready? Everybody ready? Steady. Go. Write your answer down. Write your answer. Hide it. Don't draw a picture, Tommy, just the number. Hide it. Hide it. Hendo tríta spondam. If you have this number, put your board down. If you have this number, put your board down. If you have this number, put your board down. Okay. Looking up there before we look at what ones you think it was, put your board down, Aaron. Is there any answer up there that you think is unreasonable? Doesn't make sense? Jessie, what one do you think is unreasonable?
1. 6, 6.
You think 6 is unreasonable. Why do you think 6 is unreasonable?
Because I saw one space.
Yes? And if it was 6 in the 10 frame, would there be one space?
No.
Do you know how many spaces there would be if there was 6 in the 10 frame?
There would be 4.
Very good. There would be 4 spaces. So we didn't see 4 spaces. We saw how many spaces?
1.
1. Okay. What other one then doesn't make sense? What other one doesn't make sense? Harley.
10.
Why does that not make sense, Harley?
Because there would be every square fold.
Very good. There'd be a counter in every space. Was there a counter in every space, Harley?
No.
Let's have a look again. Was there a counter in every space?
No.
No. So then another answer that doesn't make sense is?
10.
Some people think the answer is 9. Can somebody prove that answer to me? Raheem, do you think it's 9?
Because there was one empty space and there was 9 not empty spaces.
Very good. So there was one empty space, there was 9 that had things in them, so you reckon the answer is 9. Is that right, Raheem? Who's got another proof for me? Jan, what did you see?
3 and 3 and 3 make 9.
Very good. So you saw a group of 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 make 9. Excellent, Jan. That's another proof. Anybody see it a different way? Connor?
I saw it with a group of 9 ones.
You saw 9 ones on that 10 frame. Can anybody tell me, can you remember how many was on the top row? How many was on the top row? Do you remember, Jan? How many was on the top row? You remember? Can you remember, Grace? Will we have another look? Is everybody ready?
No.
How many's on the top row?
4.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. Ellie, how did you know it was 4?
Because I saw one was gone and then there was 4 there.
So if there was 1 gone on the end, if there was 1 empty space, there must be 4 in the 10 frame. Very good. So how many was on the top row?
4 at the bottom.
How many was on the bottom row? Hands up, Connor. How many on the bottom row? Was there 3, Anthony, on the bottom row? How many on the bottom row? Grace, how many did you think you saw on the bottom row?
5.
Grace thinks she saw 5 in the bottom row. Can everybody have a look? Let's check out the bottom row. How many on the bottom row? 5. How do you know that so quickly? Hands up. Can somebody give me a reason how they know that so quickly? Harley?
Because there's a 2 and a 3.
You saw a 2 and a 3 again, like Connor saw the last time. Very good. Did anybody see it a different way? Did you see any spaces on the bottom? Was there any spaces? Look.
No.
Any spaces on the bottom? So what number must it be? Has to be on the bottom? On the bottom? On the bottom?
5.
And how many on the top?
4.
Very good. So how many is that all together?
9.
What's 4 on the top and 5 on the bottom?
9.
9. That's another proof. Okay, clear your boards.
Yes.
Now, are we ready? That's the last one. Here comes the next one. Ready, steady, go. What, was that hard? Will I show it to you again?
No.
You sure you know it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see how you get on with that one. That was a bit harder. Shh, Anthony. Write it and then hide it. Tommy, you can go back that picture. Hide your answer. Hide your answer. Tommy, hide your answer. Ellie, hide your answer. Harley, hide your answer. Upside down. Hide it. Hide it. Hendo trí spawned. Show me. So we have. Good boy, Owen. Yes, you go and show me your card. Show me yours. Very good. Okay, if you've that answer, put your board down. Has anybody got a different one? And very good. Put that. If you've got that answer, put your board down. Now, who's got proof for me? Why do you think it's that answer? Callum, what one are you going for? What one are you going for, Callum? Which of these two answers?
8.
You're going for?
8.
8. So why do you think it's 8? You saw a group of 4 and a group of 4, did you? And where was the 4? Where was the first group of 4?
Yeah.
Over on this side? Where was the second group of 4? On this side. So you saw a group of 4 and a group of 4. And that group of 4, did it remind you of anywhere you've seen a group of 4 like that? Anybody else see a group of 4 like that somewhere else? Connor?
I saw a group of 2, a group of 2, a group of 2, and another group of 2.
Very good.
Group of 2.
You saw 4 groups of 2, but you know the 4 over there, the way the dots were laid out in that way, the counters. Jessie, what does that remind you of?
It reminded me of a dice.
It did. It reminded me of a dice as well. It looks like the 4 dots on the dice. Very good. So we had a group of 4 over here and a group of 4 over here. What's 4 and 4 all together? Grace? 8. Excellent. So there's one proof for 8. Did anybody see the 8 a different way? Jan, what did you see?
7 and 1 equals 8.
You know that 7 and 1 equals 8. Very good. Can anybody tell me, when you were looking at it, how many spaces was there? How many spaces was there? Ryan?
2.
Do you think there was 2 spaces? How many spaces do you think there was? Will we look again?
Yeah.
Look at the spaces, everybody, for me. How many spaces? Grace? 2 spaces. And when there's 2 spaces in the 10 frame, how many counters must be in the 10 frame?
8.
Very good. So that's another proof for 8. Excellent. Now, what I want you to do is, we're finished with that now. I want you to clear off your boards, leave them in the middle with the socks and your markers.